the TV that showed tomorrow's news. It started on a rainy Thursday. Ethan had just moved into his late uncle's house on the edge of town, an old, creaking place filled with the scent of dust and forgotten memories. The electricity flickered every now and then, and the wallpaper peeled off in long, yellowed strips. While cleaning out the basement, he found it an old television set. A bulky CRT model, the kind with dials instead of buttons, sitting alone in a corner beneath a dusty tarp. The plug was frayed, the glass screen dark and cracked. Ethan laughed to himself. "Probably junk," he muttered, but something about the old set intrigued him. That night, out of boredom, he plugged it in. The moment the power cord hit the socket, the lights dimmed slightly. The television hummed, static flickering across the screen before stabilizing into a clear, black and white image. The channel was a news broadcast. The anchor spoke in a calm tone. "Good evening. Tragic car accident claims 2 lives on Maple Street today. Authorities are still investigating." Ethan frowned. Maple Street was just a few blocks away. He quickly checked his phone. No alerts, no local news updates. He shrugged it off and went to bed. The next morning, his phone buzzed with a breaking news alert. 2 people killed in a car accident on Maple Street. The exact same headline, the same words, the same time. He froze. The TV had shown the news before it happened. The next night, he turned it on again. The same channel appeared. "Fire destroys local bakery. Owner hospitalized with burns." Ethan grabbed his phone. Nothing yet, but the next morning, it was real. The bakery had caught fire overnight. At first, he was shocked. Then, fascinated, he began writing down every report, every headline. Some were small, a burglary, a power outage, a missing pet. Others were grim murders, accidents, disasters, and every single one came true. After a week, Ethan started sharing the predictions online. His posts gained attention. People called him a psychic, a fraud, a genius. He didn't care. He just wanted to understand what this thing was. Then came the night it turned personal. The screen flickered again, showing the same calm anchor. But this time the headline made his heart stop. "Local man found dead in his home. Authorities suspect foul play. Victim identified as Ethan Kull, RG 29. His mouth went dry. He stared at the words for what felt like an eternity. The broadcast ended abruptly, replaced by static. He tried to convince himself it was a mistake, some random glitch. But the next day, paranoia took hold. He locked every door, drew the curtains, and barely slept. Days passed. The TV stayed off. Yet, every creak in the house sounded closer. Every shadow felt like it was watching. He thought about smashing the set, but something deep inside him, curiosity, maybe obsession, stopped him. Finally, one sleepless night, he gave in. He turned the TV back on. This time, there was no news anchor, just a black screen. Then, faint static started forming an image, a reflection, his reflection. But it wasn't him. The man on the screen looked pale, blood dripping from his mouth, Behind him stood a tall, shadowy figure with hollow eyes. Ethan stumbled backward. What the hell is this? The TV's speakers crackled to life. Tonight, a distorted voice whispered, "The news becomes reality." The lights went out. Ethan scrambled for his phone, but it was dead. The air grew cold. He turned toward the screen and saw himself walking toward it. No, his reflection was moving independently, getting closer, smiling. He backed away, tripped over a chair, and fell. The static grew louder, filling the room with white noise and whispers. Then came a blinding flash. When neighbors found him the next morning, the TV was still on. No one knows what happened. The police said it looked like an electrical accident, but no burns were found. The only odd thing, the news that morning showed one last broadcast before the screen went dark. Local man found dead in his home. Victim identified as Ethan Cole. And then the station went off air. Since then, the house has remained abandoned, but locals say sometimes if you pass by late at night, you can see a faint glow through the basement window, a flickering TV. Playing tomorrow's news.